What's this rivalry mean to you and just this team?
Yeah, it means a lot to us. You don't want to circle games ever on a schedule, but we owe these guys. They played us well. There's a rivalry, and the people around Oregon care about this game, and it's for a good reason. And so when you have a rivalry, it definitely means something to the whole team. And as soon as you come to Oregon to be a Duck, that's a game that you look forward to.
I guess rivalry or not, how much of a sticking point, talking point is it that they've gotten you guys 3 times in a row?
Yeah, 100%. We try to look at it that way. We owe them twice, really 3 times of our last 3 times we've played them. It's been close games, and we haven't came away with a victory. So, we're gonna come out on Saturday and play like that way, like we owe them something, and with a chip on our shoulder.
Is it weird to be one of the few guys left from the 2021 game that had the experience of beating these guys?
Yeah, I don't think there's many of us left. And I've told everybody that's the only time I beat them at their place. So it's crazy to think that I'm one of the few guys left from that team. But everyone knows what this week is and what the game means to everybody. So
How does it change, if at all, Terrance, that those coaches really didn't get along in 21? And I don't know what the relationship was necessarily with Kalen and Dan, but they seem to get along with Jed. But from the players' perspective, does it matter if there's that much animus in a rivalry, or is it just, hey, for your own perspective, it's the rival and they've beaten you, and that's just what matters most?
yeah,
Does it make a difference if the coaches get along?
yeah, it doesn't matter to us. I don't care if it's his best friend or if it's his brother. It's the team up north, and we don't really talk about it besides it being a rivalry game, and we have a strong hatred, honestly, for that team. So look forward to the game. Rivalries are always fun, good atmosphere. They have a good team, they have good players, but it doesn't matter who the coach is.
What are the emotions about your senior night?
Man, it's just I'm so blessed. I look back on my career, and just to be a part of this program, God has put me in a great situation. Just to be able to play 4 years at the University of Oregon. So I just look back at it, and honestly, I'm just so blessed and thankful just for this program, the fans, my teammates and coaches. And so it's crazy how fast it goes, but it'll be a fun experience to be out there in Autzen.
Do you think back to when Dan got hired and your decision to buy into his vision and how far you and this program have come in those 3 years now, just kind of where you're at as a program?
Yeah, 100%. It was a little bit crazy. I get recruited by Cristobal, and new coach comes in, and a lot of things go through a young player's head, and prayed about it, and honestly God has led me to Eugene year after year after year, and I've stayed here, and so it's for good reason. And looking back at it is a great decision, and God's never wrong, and he's really guided that decision to always come back to Eugene. So it's just been a blessing to be with Coach Lanning and this team, and just see how the program has grown, and be a part of that.
You admitted on the radio show a couple of weeks ago that last December you were leaving. You
Mm-hmm.
were set to go. Is this living up to everything that you so far that you wanted this year to be? All right, the appendectomy notwithstanding,
Yeah.
like that. Forget about that part for a moment, but at least in terms of being number one, 11-0, and being in this position that you guys are, is this living up to what you were hoping for?
Yeah, 100%. When I made the decision to come back, I said to win something worth winning. We've won a lot of games, and we put ourselves in a situation where we control our own destiny, and that's all you can ask for. Obviously, to win something worth winning is still ahead of us, and I think that's what we're really looking forward to. But that takes it game by game. So we're right where we want to be, and everything's playing out how we wanted to, and put in the work for it. So.
You touched on it a little bit, but what is the bond like amongst this senior group, especially those who have been here, before Landon and through this process?
Yeah, I think honestly, all the seniors have gotten really close. The whole team has, especially, in today's college football, everybody's in and out, and there's a big rotation. There's guys that have been here for a while, even longer than I have, and obviously you have more time with those guys, so you have a stronger relationship. But I really think that just everyone on the team has done a great job of just, we only have a short amount of time together because some people come in for a couple of months, let alone a couple of years, and just making the most of that time. So there's a strong relationship between all those guys. But blessed with a lot of good seniors, and great guys in the locker room that I'm looking forward to sharing the field with.
Obviously, their secondary, particularly, certainly have some pretty good numbers. What stands out about their secondary? How they've been effective?
Yeah, no, their secondary is really good. They attack the ball well. They're good in coverage. They use their hands, and they're a physical unit for being a secondary. And I always look forward to playing good players because the best competition is where you see really what someone's made of.
He's played 42 before. What stands out about how he's playing this season and how he's being so productive for them at the second level?
Yeah, he's playing really well for him. He's been a good player for them in past years as well, and he's just kind of doing what he does, and he's a physical player as well. And I think that you look across the board, and they are a really good defense, and their record always doesn't show it, but they have really good players, talented, and he's a physical guy and a really talented player.